Hello you guys, this is ThatBluePandaGuy here, and welcome back to another Roblox video. I mean Gary's mod video. I'm like an on and off with this Gary's mod sort of videos, and especially today, as you can see down below, if I had put it up clearly, that I mostly go on and off with this sort of kind of series. Basically, it's called the Gary's mod Slaughterhouse. And basically, it's one of my sort of very known videos with the Roblox guest one, but this time, as you can see, that we're gonna do the slaughterhouse today for Big Chungus. So, let me just put a disclaimer at the front, because some people just think that I'm doing this because I hate this like I dislike this character, or it's nothing against hate on anything at all. These are just ragdolls. They are not like real things. They're just basically just reimagine them as stuffed toys. Basically, just imagine that they are pinatas. And no, I have not got hate at all or anything. This is just for experimenting purposes only. So yeah, so that's a disclaimer. I'm not giving any hate or anything negative towards who appears on the video, especially Big Chungus, but this is just for experimenting purposes only. So let's just get started. So we got this one here. It's basically a huge sort of like slicer here that you normally like behead people, but it's normally this one there, but this one you can just slice bodies in half. So let's move in and boosh, there we go. Oh my gosh, it's making a little rattling noise. And look at the flesh though, it's so sticky flesh. And the thing is about the flesh, that you can use this as like a paint basically. So you can just like grab a bit of flesh and you can just paint around the map. Like, it's all bloody everywhere. Alright, let's move on now. Let's go for the head slicer one. So I'm not really sure how this is going to work for Big Chungus, because he's very big and I have to be very careful, even though these ragdolls are pretty fragile, so I have to be really careful. Okay, let's move his head a little bit. There we go. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and boosh! Instead of his head, his whole body explodes. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's move on to this one here. This one's kind of like, don't know what you call these, but basically it just squishes the ragdoll. So let's turn this on, and then let's put Big Chungus in. Boosh! That was a very gentle sort of explosion right there. And also there is a second floor, so you can just go down and you can see the, the results. So yeah. And let's move on to this one here. This one's like a wicking sort of hammer here. Well, this one's more like a hammer, but this is like what do you call those? It reminds me of those little like, theme parks when they have that, that swinging pirate ship or something. Just like that. So we need to put him on this blood patch here, so that's where I normally would put him. So let's begin. Whoa! Wow! He just went flying over to this side. Okay, let's move on to the hammer one now. Let's pull the hammer right at the back as far as I can go, and let's put Chungus here. And he's a bit stuck. Oh, is it gonna go? Oh no, the hammer is not working. Don't worry, let me fix it. I think I pulled it far too back that it's probably having a problem. Ah, there we go. It was a bit tangled. Okay, try not to push it so far back, because I think I'm going to break it. Whee! Boosh! Look at all that blood smoke. That was a very big, like, smoky explosion there. This one here, I don't know what, I am very curious about what this does, but I think this might be like an oxygen sucker thing. So basically, when you're in the room, I think it kind of sucks all of the air, and then basically the ragdoll just flies around, and then it explodes. So, let's do it. He can't move around because he's so fat. A chubby bunny. I don't think nothing's happening because the weight is helping him. Oh wait, it's starting to get really aggressive now. I can't go in because I lose health. Look, so if you were wondering, I don't think anything is happening. Hang on, it is pretty funny, but okay. Okay, let's try again. Is this the only part that Big Chungus can survive on? Because if it is, then I'm impressed. We can be here all day. Well, I got to say, it's been, I think it's around over 30 seconds, and so far, Big Chungus seems to survive this part. So, I don't think in my Slaughterhouse series that, because I'm like an on and off switch with that, but I don't think I've ever had, like, a video of the Slaughterhouse where one ragdoll gets away with not exploding or anything, just like what, as you can see right now on the screen. But I will just give that Big Chungus won that round. Alright, Big Chungus wins at this part. This one here is basically it's like a squisher, so let's put Chungus down there. Let's just stand back a bit. Boom! I see all that sticky flesh. Ooh. A lot of flesh for a bunny rabbit. Okay, let's move on to this one here. This one is like a laser, so basically cuts the ragdoll. But normally it doesn't really cut it; it just explodes it straight away. So let's just do that. I think I left something on, haven't I? Have I left something? Oh, I left this on. I was wondering what it was. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Just straight away, just explodes. Alright, okay. And this one here is basically a sharp, like basically a lot of like sharp bits down the bottom. So basically what spikes, and you just chuck the ragdoll in. You chuck Chungus. Boom! Now that's a lot of smoke that just came out. And the second one. Oh. We'll look at the results after I throw the last Chungus in there. Ooh, okay. Yep, that's the results. That's 3, like, mashed bunny rabbits down there, it looks like. Okay, this one here, well, there's two actually. This one's basically a slicer, and that one is another slicer, except this here is actually meant to keep the ragdoll in place instead of, you know, leaving out of place, getting out of place. Ooh. Look how sticky the flesh is. That's literally every ragdoll. Whoa! Just, I think the doors were just closed onto her and just exploded. It's probably because of how chubby he is, and that really crushed his gut, and then it exploded before the blade came along. That's actually pretty funny. Alright, let's move on to over here. Normally this is the starting point, but we're going to a different track. Oh, this one here, don't forget about this one. This one's basically another like roll-up squisher, just like this one, except it's smaller and has spikes. And you can't really see the results down unless you can just go underneath here. But, alright. Just carefully here. Oh. Oh. Unfortunately, you can't really see much there. But if I go underneath there, I can actually die. So, because I'm touching the spikes. So, I have to avoid that. I do apologize, you guys. But you can imagine what's down there, because it's just like this one. Over here, we've got, it's like a drill with spikes on, and yeah, so let's do it. And just explode straight away from the little pin touch. There we go. This one here is basically like a crusher there, because this looks like Knuckles basically as a fist, and it's just gonna crush Big Chungus. And straight away when you press the button, it already squishes him. And yeah. Okay, the next part is the it's like a terrible sort of like stair survival there. Well, it's basically like the stairs of terror, it looks like, because basically they're pretty sharp, and when you get down there's like spikes down the bottom, so it's a big fall. Anyways, let's do it. And just straight away just explodes at that point, then reaching down the bottom. Okay, that's really interesting. Now this one here is probably one of the sort of best ones here, in my opinion, because it's like a little factory here. So basically this button turns this on. You got the little slicer here, like the butcher knives, and then you got the spinning blades, and then you got this like crusher there, and you got another crusher with spikes, and then you got the fire pit. So, and I've got two here. So let's begin. Slice him up. And straight, so wow, a massive leakage. Let's keep going. Wow, look, so much leakages. I even know it's a bit too late, but oh my gosh. Let's throw the other one in there. Oh, what? Just straight away explodes. Oh my goodness. And here's the pit. Go down to the fire pit. There we go. That's a bit of the body parts. Alright. Let's move on now. Let's move on to over here. So there's actually three things here. You got the spinning blades there. You got this little like train track here with the sharp, you know, a very like cart with like, you know, spinning like blades here. Well, it's like this thing here with basically spikes on it. And then you got the vehicle where you can just run over a ragdoll. So let's begin. Let's start off with this one here. So normally you can either just pick it up and just press it down. And it just straight away explodes. Whee! Oh my gosh. But that was probably a really bad idea. Oh my gosh, that looks so unsafe. I'm just gonna solid that, so you know, I don't want it to like fly over the map because it could hit me and that's not gonna be great. Okay, so let's just jump into the cart. And there's 3 big chunguses. Whoa! That was a big explosion. Wow, it's so clean at this point, and then it gets so bloody at this point here. Lots of splatters. Okay, I think this button, I think you can go. Well, yeah, you can go in there, but I think this button, returns this. Let me just give it a go. Yes, it does. I got it right. Great. Okay, so now let's move on to this little little car here, and we're just gonna go in. Here we go. Ah, boosh. Okay, let's move on now. Let's move on. Now this one here is a little bit complicated because there's all these buttons here and I don't know much about them. I know one of them is like activate the sort of like the explosion or activate the door, but this is like a 2-in-1 sort of thing. So there's big chungus there, and you're just gonna press these buttons. I think one squishes and one does something else. There we go. Let's just zoom out a bit. Oh, la 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 la. And and I think the other button just returns that. I think it's only just one. But let's open the door. There we go. Here's the results. There we go. Okay. Now we got this blender here, and Big Chungus is already in there. So we're just going to start straight away. So you can open the lids, and then you can just put it back down. So let's activate it. Let's get a better view here. Oh, actually, just straight away just explodes as usual. Let's turn it off. And let me just say that I've done everything on this ground here, except this one here seems to be seems like Big Chungus cannot be exploded on this part, so that's pretty interesting for a ragdoll like him. Alright, we've done the train, we've done the car, and yep. Okay, so it seems like we've done everything. Normally the back here hasn't really got anything to do with the slaughterhouse. It's very different, and I know there's like more things here, but this is like for something else. This is not really for these sort of like themes. They're basically like mini games, but it's just a little bit different. If you guys were wondering, if I'm like, why do it says well, you're leaving some behind and you haven't done the back, but that's just what it is. Okay, so now we're down to 2. It looks like. So up on this rooftop here, this isn't actually an elevator, but I can just like fly up. And this part here is where Ragdoll falls off a building. So let's just put him off the edge and boosh! Explodes as usual. And now we got the staircase one. where you can actually go down, and here's the door here, so you can just like open it. Well, it normally opens when the ragdoll goes through it, so let's drop him down. Oh no. Okay, to be honest, he would have exploded anyways because he's got a big gut and I don't think he will fit through this gap. But if we get down to the bottom, see a little bit of the body part of him comes out through this door. It comes from the top and then it falls down here. So I know that wasn't a clear one, but he would explode anyways because he's got a big gut and he can't fit through here and that, so he will explode straight away. So that's a little bit of a fail. But that's alright, you guys. I had so much fun and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below what you think of this video. You can leave any requests in the comments of what games should I play next, either in Roblox or outside Roblox, and if you're bad to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. And once you subscribe, please turn on post notifications, which is the bell right next to the subscribe button, so that way you won't miss a new video from me whenever I upload. So like I said, thank you for watching and have a good day.